We went to Union Station here in Washington to ask the public what they think about the issue. Well, there's a bill in Congress saying to take the Confederate flag off of license plates across the country, across the U.S. Do you think that's a good idea?
I feel like, it does, there's some benefit to that, and the whole kind of eliminating the Confederate flag for what it stands for. However, I do feel as if it's kind of a smokescreen to the real issue and that it doesn't really address anything that we're actually trying to accomplish, to be honest. So,
what do you think is the real issue that should be talked about more?
I think the real issue is just the perception of African Americans in the United States and worldwide. To me, that's the biggest issue. It's not, symbols are symbols. They're not actually eliminating the issue. So I think that that should be addressed first of all.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I mean, I feel like it's a symbol of hate, and just like the swastika, and I think that it should probably go. People are so unhappy and offended by it, so let's just get rid of it.
No, I think it's a part of history. It might not be pretty, but it's part of history.
Should the Confederate flag come down across the country from public view?
Sure, there's no harm.
Take it down?
Yeah, take it down.
Some people have also said Jefferson Memorial should come down because he owned slaves. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it should come down too. Yeah.
Now, if we do that, though, George Washington, he owned slaves. Should we rename Washington, D.C.?
Well, you have to draw the line at some point, I guess. Maybe take a poll across the country, see what people think about it. If they want to rename the city, do it.
So you would support renaming the city?
Yeah. I would support changing the American flag as well.
No kidding. The American flag? Why?
Because America is based on a lot of mass killings and slavery, and the history is just... Look at the Germans. They own up to the Holocaust. Nobody's proud of their history. Americans, please, you should not be proud of any mass killing. You should not be proud of anything wrong that's been done in the past, or any symbols that represent that. And that's all.
Rename it what? The land of the forgotten slaves? We have parks in the District of Columbia that are actually African-American graves from slavery times. We are trampling all over my ancestors' graves. My dog is going poo on one of my old great-great-great-great aunts. Things like that are not talked about. They do not care. At the end of the day, it is what it is. What we need to do is look forward to unifying us, look forward to respecting our past. The heritage of the past is the seed that brings forth the harvest of the future. That is a quote from the front of the Archives of the United States of America. This is what we were built upon, no matter how bloody, no matter how gory, muddy. We were a marshland territory. We were built on a swamp. But a rose can defeat concrete. We can defeat racial disparity. We can be better. We have an American flag waving gallantly. Why don't we use it and unify underneath of it and salute to the American race and the future of us being new?
Yeah. It's gotten far to the point where some people are saying we should take down the Jefferson Memorial in Washington because Jefferson owned slaves and the memorial should be taken down.
That's all a part of history. That's not necessary.
Yes, if you own slave, because we passed that time in 2015. The whole world is mixed now. We all human and we all the same. No more slavery.
Now, some people say because Jefferson owned slaves, you got George Washington owned slaves too. Should we rename Washington, D.C.?
They should rename it, yes. As a black person, yes, they should rename it. Yep. Because I'm
the
not...
whole city should be renamed.
The whole city should be renamed if they come to that, yes. Yep. I think so.
Do you have a name in mind for a suggestion?
Name, I have to think about it. Like, call it Black City.
If you want city? Black City?
Like mixed city or whatever you want to call it, but that name should take off. They should take everything that relates to slavery, take it off. It's only fair.
At Union Station in Washington, I'm Nicholas Palissy.